this is the ball joint practice, and the way that this is going to work, we're basically going to learn our first exercise with doing an assembly, and we're going to take it should be made of basically two parts, right? So there is a cube with a spherical hole in it. Okay, this isn't a circle extruded. This is actually a sphere. And then this is the stick at the top is a cylinder and then a sphere. So that sphere is going to match in this cup down here. And I'm just going to delete this mate, and I'll do a second video on how to actually do the assembly. It's very easy, and it requires basically 2 steps, but I'm going to show you just real quick here. So we're basically mating the ball into the cup, and then we actually also make a what's called a contact set, because I'm just going to go up here to inspect real quick. So if I turn off activate contact solver, see how it like impossibly goes into itself? That's a physics impossibility. And then I'm going to turn the contact solver in, and then it makes it so it doesn't go through the other object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make those 2 parts. And to make those 2 parts, I'm going to start a new part.
My computer's not loaded yet.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the primitives, which is what we did a couple days ago, or in another couple lessons. But I'm going to turn on the primitives, and I'm going to come over here. So there's 2 different ways to do this, and we'll actually do an activity another time doing revolve, but I'll show you how to do that anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the box. This is going to be my base. So I'm going to go in here using the box tool, and I'm going to create a 3 by 3 by 3 cube. So I'm typing 3 in here. And so this is a 3 by 3 by 3 cube. And then I'm going to create a sphere on the top of this that is 2. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to cut. And if you accidentally do this and you leave it as a closed sphere, you can go back in and change this and cut it. Okay? You want to basically have this be a cube with a cut out of it, and then pick some sort of custom color. Doesn't matter what you choose, but something custom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to save, and I'm going to save this as, for right now, I'm just going to save it to the desktop in a little ball joint. You're going to want to put yours on your student drive, but this is quick for me to do this. And I'm going to save this as ball joint base. Okay? And you want to say ball joint because later on you may end up using the word base again, but that way it sorts better. So I'm going to go to new now, and I'm going to create a new part. And this time, I want a sphere and a cylinder, but I'm actually going to start with the cylinder, and I'll explain why. So I'm going to make this a diameter of 1. The distance, the height of this doesn't really matter. I think I set it up as 5. But you can do this whatever. It's the shaft of the ball joint. So then I'm going to choose sphere, and I'm going to put sphere at the bottom here. Now, if I did a sphere first, I wouldn't have a flat face to work off of. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make this 2, just like I did with the other one. And this time I'm going to add it. And I'm done with the parts. That's it. Okay? So I'm going to choose a custom. I'm going to choose something different for this one, just so they look different, so they don't look like the same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now this time I'm going to say this as ball joint shaft. Ball joint shaft. And then in a different video, I'm going to show you how to do the assembly.